Hello guys, welcome back to Plan a Little Farm Life. This is Tina and I am in the process of getting all my planners set up for 2024. That way everything is ready to go when I am putting things together the new year. And around here the weather gets crazy, things get busy, so I'm trying to do it before the big holiday rush and all of the weather really changes to be, very challenging. So today I am working on putting together my garden and food preservation, canning, dehydrating planner. So this is something that I am franken planning into one planner. And I will show you how I'm doing it. So I have some gold discs, copper, whatever. These are plastic. And then I have my printouts that I want to put in. This is one of the clearance ones that I got, and I will link the haul video up above in a card. But this one ended up costing, I think I got 2 of these. You'll see the other one in my budget book. I plan on dismantling all of these and repurposing them. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so gravelly. These have metal discs, and I want to repurpose these and put them on a different planner. One set will be on my current Franken Plan catch-all at the beginning of the year. So it'll probably be this one because I think I'm going to dismantle this one today completely. But this is a color block, July 2023 to December 2024. So I do not have to redate. And I think these cost me about $4.50, $5. I think when I got them up to the checkout at Michael's. So I am going to put the discs on, and then I will be pulling from there. These are a cover. I think it was from a Faith, Spoonful of Faith. So this is a repurposed cover, and my watch is going off like crazy. So I'm going to get these together, and then I'm going to start putting my months together. But I decided instead of having a separate canning one and then a dehydrating, I'm going to put it all into one with my garden, and I'm pretty sure I can keep up with it better if it's all in one place. This one, I'm not sure if I'm going to Franken plan, but I may not. So what I'm going to do is take the monthlies out of here from January through December, and I'm going to put them on the new discs here. Let's just roll that over, and I do have plans to cover that with I think it's a printout that I have made myself for functional. I am thinking about putting them up on Etsy, so if you're interested, just go ahead and drop a comment, and I might just open up the Etsy shop and drop printables in there, and maybe I can drop some stickers because I'm working on like weather stickers, garden type stickers, just all kinds. So this will get completely dismantled by the end of the year, and they will get filed away. And if you're asking and thinking, why is she doing the entire year? Because I have plants and things that I overwinter. I have seed starting that I will be doing in the new year. I'm a master gardener, and I am going to be putting some seed starts and growing them before Mother's Day, because we have a sale, a fundraiser sale. I don't know if I can do all these at once. Might be able to do like half if they want to cooperate. So I want to get those started, and I need to make my, yeah, this isn't going to work on a brand new thing. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to need to plan out when I do those and keep logs and times of growing them and getting them started, so that I can see if something is going awry. Then I can quickly review and see what I need to change. So I didn't print everything out for the year. I did print quite a bit, but enough to get the first couple of months started, I think. No, I did. Okay, so I'll show you what I did here in a few minutes. I didn't print everything, but I printed most. So I want to see if I can do 2 months at a time, so that it doesn't take me forever. My current garden planner, I didn't Frankenplan until most of the way through the year, and so I will probably be Frankenplanning at least the current month into my catch-all. That way it's right there in my main one. I just didn't take it off the bookshelf and update things as often as I would have liked. And I also didn't keep up with the weather that I wanted to. Anytime it rained, of course, I went and made notes of like the rain gauge volume and anything like that. But there's more to it that I want to keep track of. I want to keep track of the temperatures and like our actual, like I know when our first frost is, and I kind of know when the last frost generally is, but I kind of want to keep track of exactly, like, as close to it as possible. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to start this with. I do want to put in, I think I'm actually going to start it with the canning stuff, because this will get used a whole lot. So I have, I'm going to put these in. These are from Sutton's Days. She has an Etsy shop, and I can link it down below for you. But there's no point in, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Very simple, you know, and it helps you keep track of what you're canning and how much. And then she has a pantry planner, and so it's very affordable. I will be rearranging some of these. Freezer. So basically, because it helps to know, you can't use what you don't know that you don't or do or don't have. And so I go through quarterly and check out and log down what I have in my pantries and freezers. Okay, so herbs and spices will go, oops, before that. And then I'm going to the home canned stuff in front of the store-bought. So also my pantry is organized versus like home canned goods and then store-bought canned goods. And it's very easy, especially if you have a helper. I have one son that is wonderful at helping, and so you just write down the description, like canned chicken, and you put how many you have. I have like 12 jars, you know, that type of thing. And I'm going to tell you, if you are a canner, if you are a like, I don't want to say I'm a prepper, but we have some pretty wicked snowstorms, and some power outages and things like that in my area just because of where we are. So if you have your food stocked up, it saves me gas and time throughout the year because I don't have to drive an hour every week to go to the grocery store. If the power goes out, and say we can't get things cooked or whatever, then, our generator goes to the freezers, but we have home canned goods. So we're stocked up for many reasons, like my husband gets laid off or whatever the reason. Okay. This is really good. I've talked to my insurance agency. You might want to talk to your homeowners. If you keep a list updated occasionally, this can help if you have a natural disaster, a fire, a flood, a tornado, whatever. This can help you. So what the best thing to do is do your inventory, take pictures or scan it in and put it up on Google. Just leave it there and then update it. Don't leave the old ones, but just update it. And if something happens, this can help add into your claim if you have lost all of this stuff. So that's another reason to keep it. I am going to put a bookmark. Let me see. So I think I'm going to use that one, just to separate out these sections. But yeah, we've lived far enough out. We live further out now than we did before. But keeping a pantry, a stocked pantry, is huge here because it just helps so much. So these are all printables that I've created. So if you're interested, I'll show them to you. Just let me know, and I can get them up on Etsy sooner or later, as soon as I can. So this, I have one that is not, what do you call it? Not dated. Okay, so I have this one here. So you can use it year after year. And I put the directional here so that you can put, if you have it in your book, you can turn it and have your north this way if you want. That way it's very customizable and workable. And then I have a harvest log. So I needed something a little bit more organized than what I did before. And so I printed out enough for quite a few of our produce. And this can also go for our fruit trees and herbs and things like that. So you put up here tomatoes, potatoes, and when you harvest, you put the date and you put, depending on if you're doing zucchini, I would put how many zucchini and then check off each. There's a half bushel, bushel in each choice. And that helps you keep track and see how well your garden is doing. And if year to year your garden is not doing so well with one item or another and you move it, it may need something else. So this is my garden and herb shopping list. This is for setting up, and I did, so you can see, if you need to buy the seeds or plants, okay, so you make your list and you say, chives, and where are you getting them from? How much do they cost? Did you order them yet? And have they been received? So you can order from different places and or buy them from different, we have a few different nurseries around here that we got some peppers and things that we couldn't get online. And so you remember not only ordered and received, how much they cost and where you got them from, because sometimes you just can't remember where you bought them from. This is a garden tools and supplies shopping list. So sometimes you need new tools. Sometimes you just need to replace old ones. And this will give you an idea of when you last replaced something, or how much it costs. So I have that. And then on the back, I put, now these, you know, obviously you don't have to print them all back to back. This is a seed and planting tracker. So like I said, when I do my seed starts in probably, I don't know, February, I will get them started. Maybe March, we'll have to see. But I can write down that they were sown, and then if I transplant, so if we start them early for the sale, or if we start things early for our garden, then we can, you know, put the plant, how many seeds were sown, or, you know, about, and then how many sprouted, how many actually came up, and then transplant how many. So, because if you have them started in little pots, cups, or whatever, or start them in a hotbed, then you're going to want to transfer them to a garden, because like we have to start them in a hotbed or inside because of where we're at. We're far enough north that it doesn't always come up and have enough time to produce when we have so many days, and it's kind of like we have the cold for a little bit longer sometimes. So it helps us when we get them started inside or in a hotbed. So I have several of those. And then I have a fertilizer tracker. So this is for the plant, and then fertilizer used, and then the date. So you can remember if you need to fertilize certain plants, say every 2 weeks or every month, or what the bell peppers did awesome last year. What did I use? I forget. I can't remember what I did. You look back and you figure out what you used and what helped that plant. So that figured would help me out a lot. This is a year in review. So it's to help mark down the successes and failures. Like this year, 2 things in our garden that were failures that we want to remember for next year is my husband, for some reason, planted the sunflowers. Yes, sunflowers. That was the name. The sunflowers. He planted them right next to the bell peppers. Now, normally that wouldn't be a bad idea. Perfectly fine, except because it's worked in past gardens. But our other house, the garden ran the opposite direction. Our rows at this house are running east-west. At the other house, they run north-south. So the peppers in that got the fertilizer and the sun. So they just, with the sunflowers overshadowing them, they just didn't get enough sun until we took them down. And then we started getting a boom of bell peppers. So that was one. And then we tried doing sweet potatoes. And I'm not sure. We still have to look and see. We're going to taste them. But they, like, you get them in the store and they're like this big or sometimes this big. Ours are like this big. A lot of them came out so small. But we think that's part of we don't have enough time to grow them. So we might need to start them from, like we sprouted them from a sweet pepper or a sweet potato, and then we transfer that sprout into the ground. I'm not sure. We're still working out what we need to do for that one. But those are things that I could mark down and like remember next year, oh, don't plant the sunflowers next to where they're going to shadow over the produce that needs the sun. So you can do successes of like, hey, we planted, you know, these potatoes, or we planted the okra over here, so it worked better. Okay. And then you mark down where, you know, what you're going to do in the future to change things up. And then I put this here for basic checklist tasks for each season. Like in the spring, you want to, like if you, well, let's start in the fall. In the fall, you want to till and put your fertilizer in. You want to pull all of your summer plants and get all that done and clean up your garden, just like little tasks and stuff. Summer, obviously weeding, fertilizing, things like that. So it just depends on where you're at. You know, in the winter, we technically take all of our, like our dry brush and that, and like the leaves, and put them in the garden, and it'll compost in. So that's it for that one. So as far as the month goes, I will be keeping track of the weather here, and any notable like storms and things like that, and precipitation. So for this, and I printed out the first month, I made these because I wasn't happy with it. Just doing this, it just didn't work for me. I needed a different layout, so I thought I would do this. So I'm going to tape this one in, because I know that I don't want this. Oop. And so I need a different layout that would help. Oop, come on. There we go. So I made something that worked for me. I didn't want to buy a bunch of different planner, and I can't find a planner insert for this, so I figured I'm not gonna. They need to make this just the dashboard-ish kind of look. Now this one, there we go. So this works for my brain. I need the long list, an empty space, and I'm not sure if I might get rid of the grid. I may or may not, just make a bigger list. But this works for me because like in January, I just have these tasks. This works because I can do, I don't know if I have one. I don't know where it went. I can do an undated version of this and just write lists. Okay, I can just write in lists. Or I can do it like on a specific day. I can make a note. So that's what's going to work for me here. So I didn't print out every single one as far as that goes, because I didn't need to print all of them out. I might just end up, instead of using the dashboard side on here, is I might end up just putting a piece of notebook paper in there and just writing notes and lists that way. Or I might just print another one of these over here and make more notes. So I'm not taping all these in yet, but I'm just going to put these in. And I will transfer my certain pages once the year is done. I will transfer certain pages into this planner, but I will more than likely take the month out with this and any note pages and Franken-plan it into my main planner. And that'll help me keep things organized. And then I can have this with the months that I'm not using sitting on my shelf for reference. And I won't move the canner of food preservation stuff because I don't need that in my everyday planner. But I do want to be more conscious, more day-to-day involved when it comes to garden, the plants. If you've watched my channel, you know I have an herb garden that I've been able to cultivate out in front of our house, and it has been a huge blessing, and I've been able to put up a lot of our herbs that we use throughout the year. I put a lot of them up. I have a herb, like a savory, and then I have a tea garden. So that one is done, and I'm sure that I will add some things to it. This is what I was using for this year, and I will show you. So I have, you know, my canning logs and things like that in there. I did this. This is what kind of spurred this on. I did my seeds and plants to buy, sweet potato notes. This is my seed list to make sure, and this might get transferred over because I want to make sure that we find the same ones that we really liked. These notes will probably come over because these are my notes on certain plants, and it's a quick reference. And then I have my tea garden out front. And then I'm going to probably redo the herbs, and I might redo the tea garden one. But I will get those done. But you can see how I was doing the weather, and I was trying to keep track of like how much sun we got, like if it was full sun or cloudy. But so I was doing pretty good through, and move that one through June. Okay, and that was even through fair. Well, kind of. So this is where I stopped using the stickers, and then I just stopped altogether. Just because I just think I just didn't have the time. But you can see I marked down the rain. And that, and in August, so I'm probably gonna, I have like sporadic notes that obviously could have been on less amount of paper. I didn't need to take up all the planner paper. What is going on there? And you can see I just kind of gave up on it in August and just started writing that down. And again, I have just general notes, and I don't one thing of note for all the pages. So I kind of tried to start back, and it just, it's just not working. But I do have my notes throughout, and I will keep it. And I have my note pages, so I'll probably transfer those into there, and then my folder of where you keep the stickers and stuff. So obviously, I have a thing with pink and gardening. It's just my choice. So that is my garden planner for 2024. And I hope this was helpful. I hope it gives you ideas. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.